My name is Nurul Sofia and I will start our presentation. First, for our project overview, our project is titled Retirement Planning Case Study. Retirement planning is the process of preparing financially for life after retirement. It involves setting retirement goals, estimating future expenses, and building enough savings and investments to maintain a comfortable lifestyle after we stop working. For this project, we selected one individual as our case study and analysed their financial situation. We looked at their income, expenses, savings, and retirement goals. Based on this information, we calculated how much money they would need for retirement and suggested suitable investment strategies. The main objective of this project is to help the individual achieve long-term financial security and enjoy a stable retirement.
Next, I will introduce our client, Encik Rizal bin Hamidun. He is a 38 years old senior engineer working in the private sector in Kuala Lumpur. He is married with 2 children and is in good health. He earns a gross monthly income of 7,500 and a net income of 6,300. After his monthly expenses, he is able to save about 2,100 each month. Currently, he has 95,000 in EPF, 8,000 in ASP savings, and emergency fund of 15,000. However, he does not have any unit trust investments. His retirement goal is to retire at the age of 60, giving him 22 years to prepare. He estimates that he will need around 3,500 per month during retirement. This client profile provides the basis for our retirement planning analysis.
The objective of this case study is to evaluate Mr. Rizal's current financial situation and determine whether he is financially prepared for retirement at the age of 60 by analysing his current income, expenses, assets and savings to understand his financial capacity. We help him achieve retirement goals and recommend strategies that strengthen his financial security while preparing him for future risks. Now, let me explain the expected outcomes of these case studies. By completing this retirement planning analysis, we expect Mr. Rizal to have a clear understanding of his retirement readiness and the amount of saving he needs before retiring at age 60. Through our analysis and recommendations, he can improve his saving and investment strategy, prepare for financial risks such as inflation and emergency, and achieve long-term financial securities with a comfortable retirement lifestyle.
Now I will explain step 1, which is estimating Encik Rizal's retirement needs. Encik Rizal is currently 38 years old and plans to retire at the age of 60, giving him 22 years to prepare for retirement. His expected monthly expenses after retirement are Rm 3,500. Therefore, his current annual retirement expenses are Rm 42,000, which is calculated by multiplying Rm 3,500 by 12 months. To estimate the future cost of living, we apply the future value formula using an inflation rate of 3%. The calculation shows that his annual expenses at retirement will increase to approximately Rm 80,476. Next, we estimate the total retirement fund that Encik Rizal needs. Using the present value of annuity formula, we assume that he will spend Rm 80,476 every year for 20 years after retirement. We also use a real return of 2%, which represents the investment return after considering inflation. Based on the calculation, Encik Rizal will require approximately Rm 1,315,904 at the beginning of his retirement to support his living expenses. After determining the retirement fund required, we calculate how much Encik Rizal needs to save every month. Using the future value of annuity formula with an annual investment return of 5% or approximately 0.4167% per month over 264 months, that required monthly savings are Rm 2,745 ringgit. This means Encik Rizal should save around Rm 2,745 every month in order to achieve his retirement goal. Next is step 2, which evaluates Encik Rizal's current saving ability. Currently, his monthly EPF contribution is RM825, while his employer contributes RM975. This gives a total monthly EPF contribution of RM1,800 or RM21,600 per year. We then estimate the future value of these annual EPF contributions. Using a 5% annual return over the next 22 years, the future value of his EPF contributions is estimated to be RM831,713. Besides his annual contributions, Encik Rizal already has several existing assets. His current EPF balance is RM95,000, which is projected to grow to approximately RM277,900 by retirement. He also has RM8,000 in ASB savings, which is expected to grow to about RM23,400 too. In addition, he has an emergency fund of RM15,000. Finally, we combine all of his retirement assets. These include the future value of his annual EPF contributions, the future value of his current EPF balance, his ASB savings, and his emergency fund. The total estimated retirement fund at age 60 is RM1,148,015. However, his required retirement fund is RM1,315,904, resulting in a funding gap of approximately RM167,889. Therefore, Encik Rizal should consider increasing his monthly savings, investing in additional retirement products such as unit trusts, or reviewing his retirement strategy to ensure he can achieve his retirement goal comfortably. Based on Encik Rizal's financial situation, we recommend 3 investment strategies according to different stages of his life. First is the aggressive phase. Since Encik Rizal is currently 38 years old and still has 22 years before retirement, he should continue contributing to EPF while increasing his ASB savings. As he currently has no unit trust investments, he is also encouraged to start investing in unit trusts or equity funds to achieve higher long-term returns and reduce his retirement funding gap. Next is the balance phase. As he gets closer to retirement, he should diversify his investment by combining EPF, ASB, balance funds, and fixed income investments. At the same time, he should review his retirement plan regularly and continue building his emergency savings. Finally, during the conservative phase, Encik Rizal should focus on protecting his retirement wealth. His EPF savings will become his main source of retirement income, while ASB and fixed deposits can provide stable returns. He should also avoid high-risk investments and maintain sufficient savings for healthcare and unexpected expenses. Next, for potential challenges. Despite having a good retirement plan, Encik Rizal may still face several challenges. The first challenge is inflation, which may increase the cost of living and reduce the purchasing power of his retirement savings. The second challenge is the retirement funding gap. Based on our calculations, he is expected to accumulate around RM1.15 million, but he needs approximately RM1.32 million. This leaves a shortfall of about RM167,889. Another challenge is a medical cost, as healthcare expenses are likely to increase with age and may affect his retirement savings. Lastly, there is longevity risk. If Encik Rizal lives longer than expected, his retirement savings may not be enough to support his lifestyle. Therefore, increasing his monthly savings, diversifying his investments, and reviewing his retirement plan regularly will help him achieve a more secure retirement.
Next, I will explain our project timeline. In week 10, we selected our case study individual and collected important financial information such as age, income, expenses, savings, and retirement goals. In week 11, we analysed the financial data and calculated the amount of retirement savings required to achieve the individual's retirement goals. In week 12, we researched suitable investment strategies and identified possible risks and challenges that may affect the retirement plan. Finally, in week 13, we prepared the complete retirement plan, finalized the report, and completed our presentation. This timeline helped us complete the project in an organized and systematic way.
Next, for our group contribution, each member was assigned different responsibility. Sophia was responsible for preparing the project overview, project timeline, client profile, and conducting background research on Mr. Rizal. I was responsible for developing the project objective, expected outcomes, coordinating the overall direction of the case study, and preparing the student contribution section. Natasha carried out the retirement fund calculation, analysed the financial information, proposed investment strategies, and identified potential financial challenges. Shasha designed the chart and visual, and complete the reflection and lesson learned. Lastly, Ashato prepared for future improvement section, compiled the presentation slide, and managed the final presentation. Through teamwork and collaboration, we successfully complete this retirement planning case studies.
For the project documentation, we developed a comprehensive retirement planning case study based on Mr. Rizal's financial profile, retirement objectives, and long-term financial needs. We analysed his current financial position by calculating his retirement fund requirements, savings projections, and suitable investment strategies to assess his retirement readiness. To ensure the reliability of our recommendations, we referred to credible Malaysian financial sources such as the Employees Provident Fund (EPF), Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM), and Amanah Saham Nasional Berhad (ASNB).
Next, I would like to present the financial planning and retirement plan for Mr. Rizal bin Hamidon. Mr. Rizal is 38 years old and works as a senior engineer in the private sector. He is married with 2 children and in a good house. His target is to retire at the age of 16, which means he has 22 years to prepare for the retirement. First, let's look at the financial overview. Mr. Rizal earned monthly income of 7,500. His income is divided into 3 main categories. The first is 4,200 is used for monthly expenses such as housing loan, groceries, children education, and transportation. And then 4,100 is allocated to monthly saving and investment, and the remaining 1,200 goes to EPF contribution and other mandatory deduction. This shows that he has a healthy saving habit because almost 1/3 of his income is set aside from future financial goals. Next is retirement goals. Mr. Rizal planned to retire at the age of 16, which gives him 22 years to build retirement fund. After retirement, his estimated monthly expenses around 3,500. This amount is expected to cover his daily living expenses while taking into account that some current commitments, such as children education, may no longer exist. Now, let's look at his existing asset. Currently, he has 85,000 in his EPF account, 8,000 in ASB saving account, and 50,000 in his emergency funds. This asset provides a strong financial foundation. His EPF will become the main sources of retirement income, while the ASB saving and emergency fund provide an additional financial security. Next is the investment allocation strategy. His investment portfolio is diversified into 4 categories. The first is 40% in equity funds for long-term growth, 30% in EPF and ASB, which consider lower risk investment, 2% in bonds funds to provide stability, and 10% in cash and emergency saving for liquidity and unexpected expenses. This diversified strategy helps balance risk and return while supporting long-term financial growth. After retirement, Mr. Rizal planned to receive income from several sources. Firstly, EPF withdrawal will provide regular monthly income. Secondly, investment return from his diversified portfolio will generate additional passive income. Thirdly, his emergency fund will be used for unexpected medical or financial emergencies. And finally, his takaful and insurance coverage will help protect both himself and family in unfrozen risk, having multiple income sources, reduce dependence on a single farm, and provide greater financial stability during retirement. Let me continue to the reflection and lesson learned from Mr. Rizal Financial Planning. There are several important of reflection. Planning for retirement at an early age is one of the most important steps in achieving long-term financial security. Through this case study, it is evident that Mr. Rizal has already started building his retirement fund by contributing consistency to his EBF and maintaining regular monthly saving. Net is consistency matters. By saving and investing consistently every month, his money grows through long-term investment returns. As a result, he can enjoy greater financial security and reduce financial stress during retirement. Another reflection is the importance of balancing current financial commitments with future retirement goals. Even though Mr. Rizal has many expenses such as household costs, children's education, and housing loan repayment, he still saves 2,100 every month. Let me go through to the lesson learned. One key lesson is the importance of understanding your financial position before planning for retirement. By knowing your income, expenses, savings, and commitments, you can set realistic retirement goals and make better financial decisions. Last but not least, another lesson is to plan for the future, not just for today. Even though Mr. Rizal has many financial commitments, he still prioritizes retirement savings. This shows that long-term planning is important for achieving financial security and reducing future financial uncertainty.
Moving on to future improvements, there are several recommendations that can further strengthen Mr. Rizal's retirement plan. First, he should gradually increase his monthly retirement savings whenever his income increases or his financial commitments decrease. Next, diversifying his investments into unit trusts or other long-term financial products can improve returns while reducing investment risk. In addition, his retirement plan should be reviewed regularly to account for inflation, healthcare costs, and changes in his financial situation. Lastly, maintaining an adequate emergency fund together with takaful protection will provide greater financial security against unexpected events. In conclusion, this case study demonstrates that early retirement planning is essential for achieving long-term financial security. Through consistent savings, diversified investments, and regular financial reviews, Mr. Rizal can improve his retirement readiness and better prepare for future financial uncertainties. Overall, a well-planned retirement strategy will help him achieve a stable, comfortable, and financially independent retirement.